What if you were in a scary movie and a villain was stalking you? What if tonight you realized you were no longer the audience, but the target? The streetlights flicker, your phone battery is dying, and somewhere behind you, footsteps stop when you stop. In horror movies, the villain always wins one way or another. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. Most horror deaths are avoidable. Tonight, we're breaking down the do's and don'ts of surviving a scary movie, from slashers to home invasion killers to the slow, intelligent stalkers who never rush. Because if you're going to be hunted, you might as well know how not to die. Rule number 1, don't ignore the signs. In horror movies, danger almost never arrives unannounced. It whispers first. A door that wasn't open before, a shadow where there shouldn't be one, a figure in the background of a shot that the character never notices, but we do. Ignoring these signs isn't bravery, it's denial. Villains depend on the human instinct to normalize danger. We tell ourselves, I'm tired, I'm overreacting. This doesn't make sense. But horror doesn't need to make sense to kill you. Every great slasher, stalker, or supernatural villain gives warning. Michael Myers stands silently. Ghostface tests you with a phone call. It follows, never runs, because it doesn't have to. Why does this get people killed? By the time proof arrives, escape routes are gone. Survival mindset. The moment your instincts speak up, you move. You don't need certainty, you need distance. Rule number 2, don't split up. Splitting up isn't just a bad decision, it's a gift to the villain. When characters divide, 3 things happen instantly. 1, visibility drops. 2, communication collapses. 3, accountability disappears. This is why villains isolate first and attack second. Predators don't chase groups, they peel them apart. Every horror movie understands this. One person lags behind, one person hears something, one person thinks they're safe, and suddenly, the villain has control of the pace. Why does this get people killed? Isolation removes witnesses, backup, and pressure. Survival mindset. Groups slow villains down. They force mistakes. They create noise, resistance, and unpredictability. If you must separate, it's controlled, brief, and communicated. Rule number 3. Don't trust locks alone. Locked doors give characters a false sense of victory. They breathe, they relax, they believe the threat is outside. But horror villains don't respect barriers. They break glass, they kick doors, they appear inside anyway. Locks are not protection, they're delay mechanisms. Why does this get people killed? People stop planning once the door clicks shut. Survival mindset. A locked room must have reinforced entry points, escape routes, noise traps, a time limit. You are not hiding forever. You are buying time to move. Rule number 4. Don't drop your weapon. One of the most fatal moments in horror history is the pause. The villain falls, the music quiets, the character cries, and then the hand twitches. Villains survive because characters want confirmation instead of escape. Why does this get people killed? Pain doesn't equal defeat, especially not for horror villains. Survival mindset. If you strike, disable movement, create distance, leave immediately. No speeches, no checking pulses, no turning your back. Rule number 5. Don't scream without purpose. Screaming feels natural, but in horror, it's often useless. It drains oxygen, it causes panic, it announces your location, and the villain is always listening. Why does this get people killed? Panic reduces decision-making and stamina. Survival mindset. Sound is a weapon. Silence is camouflage. If you scream, do it to distract. Do it to draw attention away. Do it once, then move. Fear is loud. Survival is quiet. Rule number 6. Don't go back for closure. Horror movies punish curiosity brutally. Characters return to check a body, retrieve an item, look for answers. And in doing so, they restart the nightmare. Closure is emotional. Survival is practical. Why does this get people killed? The villain thrives on unfinished business. Survival mindset. You don't need understanding to escape. Understanding comes later, if you live long enough to reflect. Rule number 7. Do use the environment. Villains are powerful, but environments are unpredictable. Narrow hallways restrict movement. Stairs break rhythm. Darkness hides mistakes. Every setting has advantages if you stop reacting and start thinking. Why this saves lives? Villains rely on familiarity and confidence. Survival mindset. Control space. Force angles. Create obstacles. Turn the location into a maze the villain didn't plan for. Rule number 8. Don't be a hero. Horror movies romanticize sacrifice, but villains don't respect bravery. They exploit it. Charging back into danger for a dramatic moment often turns you into a warning, not a savior. Why does this get people killed? Heroics replace strategy. Survival mindset. Living is not cowardice. Escaping is not failure. Survivors change the story. Heroes become cautionary tales. Rule number 9. Do break the pattern. Villains are patient because patterns make victims predictable. Same routes, same hiding spots, same reactions. Once the villain knows you, the hunt becomes efficient. Why this saves lives? Unpredictability disrupts planning. Survival mindset. Change directions, double back, use false signals. When the hunter loses rhythm, they lose control. Final rule. Don't forget the real lesson. Horror villains don't win because they're stronger. They win because people hesitate. They win because fear delays action. They win because characters wait for certainty. Survival comes from early decisions, clear priorities, movement over emotion. The moment you stop acting like a victim, the movie shifts, and sometimes the villain does not get the final scene.